Hi, everybody. We are in Daniel 7, and we are looking at the prophecies of World War I and World War II. As we have seen in prior videos, the seven-headed beast of Daniel 7:7 and Revelation 13:1 has its beginning in the United Nations. The UN was born out of the union of three major beasts or alliances predicted by Daniel, alliances that come out of the strife over the Great Sea, that is, come out of the world wars over the Mediterranean, World Wars I and II. The three beasts are the lion, England and the US, the bear, Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea, and the leopard, the EU and the Mideast. These three alliances at that time joined to form the United Nations and the United Nations Security Council. The lion, the leopard, and the bear are the only permanent members of the original UN Security Council. In 1945, these three beasts united to give birth to the organization that will, in the future tribulation, evolve into the beast led by AntiChrist in Revelation 13. But how does the current organization of the United Nations morph into the beast led by Antichrist? Daniel 7:7 helps us understand the answer to this question. Daniel says, "After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible and strong, exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and broke in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns." This transformation is facilitated by the 10 horns. We will understand this transformed beast better if we define the roles of the various players in these scriptures, including who are the 10 horns. So let's get going. Okay, let's define the characters in these scriptures from Daniel and Revelation. First, we must define Babel. You know the story of Babel in Genesis 11 and how the people gathered together after the flood in order to build a tower and make a name for themselves, and most importantly, to rid themselves of the rule of God. They attempted to eject God. As a result, God spread them across the world with new languages. They would no longer be able to unite or communicate. Babel is a Hebrew word, and in Greek, it is the word Babylon. Babel is a city. So is Babylon. Remember this, Babylon is a city. Next, we must define the beast. The beast is a character introduced in both Daniel 7:7 and in Revelation 13:1. The beast describes the entity that has rule over the whole world. In Babel, the tower itself was a symbol for the beast, and the power behind their desire to rule over the world without God was Satan. Satan was encouraging them to do this. We also have to understand the seven heads of the beast. The seven heads are seven kingdoms who, over the years, since the Tower of Babel, have attempted to imitate the work at Babel. These are seven kingdoms who have gone out to conquer the world and have dominion over the people. The seven heads can be identified as Egypt, the first world power, Assyria, Babylon, which is an empire at the same site as Babel, the Medes and the Persians, who are now known as Iran. Then we have the empire of Alexander the Great, which is really the empire of, he conquered the Middle East. And then finally, the Roman Empire, now known as the European Union. There is a seventh head that is still unnamed. Notice the third kingdom is called Babylon because it is in the plains of Shinar, the place where the original Tower of Babel occurred. But neither this third kingdom, Babylon, or any of the other empires could accomplish what the original people of the Tower of Babel wanted to accomplish, a united world under the power of human rule. While some of these kingdoms ruled over the known world, none of them ever ruled over the people of the whole entire world, the way that Babel did. God truly thwarted that effort. The old Tower of Babel was destroyed by God. The new tower, the UN, was established in New York City in 1945. These are two towers, the twin towers, the Tower of Babel and the Tower of the UN. These twin towers are an affront to the majesty, glory, and dominion of God. At the UN, the beast has reemerged out of the pit. Finally, we can ask about our last character. Who is this woman, Mystery Babylon of Revelation 17? Mystery Babylon rides on the 7 heads of the beast over the 7 kingdoms who have attempted to rule the world over the course of history. The last verse in Revelation 17 tells us that the woman you saw, Mystery Babylon, is that great city which reigns over the kings of the earth. Or, let me paraphrase that. The woman that you saw is the city, the mega city, the one holding reign over the kings of the earth. Mystery Babylon is New York City. It is the city where the second Tower of Babel is housed. Besides these 7 kingdoms or heads of the beast at the UN, there are other kingdoms, obviously, at the UN. And in fact, at this present time, there are 10 very powerful kingdoms who are also part of the UN. According to the Bible, these 10 kingdoms are the 10 horns who hate the woman Babylon. Revelation 17:12. The 10 horns which you saw on the beast, the UN, these will hate the harlot. They hate Babylon, New York City in the US. And they will make her desolate and naked, eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. The 10 nations hate the woman, they hate the USA, they hate Babylon. Therefore, they will burn her with fire. Why do they hate her? Revelation 17:17 tells us, for God has put it into their hearts to fulfill his purpose, to be of one mind and to give their kingdom to the beast. God's purpose is to give their kingdom to the beast, to put the beast into power. So, why do the 10 kings hate the U.S. and burn her with fire? Because God has put it into their hearts to hate her and to burn her with fire. The 10 kings have one goal: put Antichrist into power. These 10 kings will give their power over to Antichrist. This is how Antichrist comes to power. Have you ever wondered how Antichrist all of a sudden is ruling the world? This is how. They burn the current world leader, Mystery Babylon, with fire. So who are the 10 kings? Are they on the earth yet? Yes, they are. The 10 kings, in fact, have formed a new union. They call themselves BRICS. They are 10 formidable nations. BRICS consists of Russia, Iran, China, South Africa, Brazil, India, Egypt, Ethiopia, United Arab Emirates, and as of this publication, Saudi Arabia is considering the offer to become the 10th member of BRICS. These are formidable nations and enemies of the United States. These are the 10 kings who hate the dominance of the woman Babylon, the USA, and will in fact burn her with fire. The Bible says so. The Bible says the 10 kings will burn Babylon with fire. This power vacuum caused by this great fall of the world's dominating leader, Mystery Babylon USA, the power vacuum will be the opening for the 10 kings to elevate the Antichrist to leadership over the world, the Reformed United Nations. The United States, the 7th head of Babylon, will suffer a mortal wound, but the wound will be healed. That is, Antichrist will move the beast of the United Nations will be healed, from New York City to the place of his dominion, to the leopard, the European Union united with the Middle East. From there, Antichrist will dominate the world. Fear not, I have words of comfort for you, the people of God. We are safe within the secret place of the Most High, but we must listen for his voice. We must listen to what he tells us. It's very, very important. And we know that the time is short.